Sri Ravi Kumar Garu, Sri Reddy Garu, Srinivas Garu, Mahesh Garu, my good friend Sheikh Reddy Garu, and all the members of this FTAPC, and then my friends who are here in the media, and ladies and gentlemen. Let me first thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all and to speak before you. And I also let me also express my thanks because this is my first non-political meeting after I became state president. Well, I have been attending many meetings, press conferences and other things. The campaign, counter campaign, or many issues with other parties. But here is a platform where my role will be a little bit different, and definitely I have to speak what the government and what both the governments, both central and state, should do for the development of industries. Earlier, people used to think that India is an agrarian country, only agriculture, rural base is there for it. But over the years, India had taken a stride which everyone is here proud of. Maybe whichever government may be in power. But since 1947, after we became independence, till today, if you see the development path of India, I think we have come too far away, and we are still going ahead. And by 2047, it is Prime Minister's dream that India should be Vikasit Bharat. I know that Vikasit Bharat means developed India. Earlier we were part of third world countries, where we used to be going to different countries with a begging bowl. We remember, many of you may remember, there was a law in America called PL 480, Public Law 480, where they used to send us milk powders to feed our children here because their mothers were malnutrition, they could not feed the children. So therefore, they used to send us wheat, and then they sent many food grains from America, and we were dependent on their, supplies. But today we are in a position to even export such things to their countries in a better quality and better quantity also. So there is a lot of change in our thinking, the development and everything. And then the political criticism will also be there. Some parties may say that BJP is a suit boot ki sarkar. Suit boot ki sarkar. Yeah, it is a corporate ki sarkar. But we must all agree that without corporate, this country can't run. Because we have so much of potentiality in the industrial area, and we must have so much of manpower and technical manpower that we are not able to tap them basically. We have to tap our natural resources is one, we have to tap our technical power is one. And this technical power, we are seeing that our students are going to abroad, our industries are going abroad, there they are be successful. When I remember Pilu Modi, once he came to India, and he came to our arts college here, and he was giving a lecture, and then he said that Indians are successful in America. The top Indian scientists, top businessmen, top doctors in America are Indians. In the same way, the top businessmen, top contractors in Africa are Indians. The 70% of African economy is controlled by Indians. And then if you go to UK, the Indians are successful there, the doctors, the Indian businessmen, you are seeing Swaraj Power and all who are from UK, and they control a lot of industries there. So same way, he used to say that Indians are successful and prosperous everywhere in the world except in India. Then you have to ponder why. Maybe the government policies, maybe our lethargy, maybe our not having no interest to work. Maybe because when you go out you are bound to work. When you are home place you don't work. What are all these things? But in any way, it is the government's policies and directions that should come forth. And I think, because I belong to a party which is now ruling this country for the past 11 years in center. It has ruled earlier also. And we have seen the difference also. Now we are seeing the difference is that the thrust is on Stand Up India, Startup India, Make in India, and also MSME. This is all, these are part of Startup India, Stand Up India, is a part of MSME, where you have industries at 10 crores, 50 crores turnover and 500 crores turnover, all these things. At the same time, we have a even very small, minute level, the micro level, we have got mudra loans where even a small vendor, street vendors, they get bank loans and then without any collateral and then do it. And I think up to Stand Up India, we have 10 crores loans from the banks where no collateral is required. And there are certain MSME where you have this 20 crores loans from the bank financial institutions without any collateral. But unfortunately, as Mr. Ravi Kumar was telling me now, these things are there, but banks are not giving loans. Many people come to me, they say that Mudra loan I have applied, sir, they are not giving. So bankers also should feel that their main concern will be the repayment. Because when you take loan, you have to repay it. And government has come up with a plan that if you are repaying it, you will get more incentives. There will be subsidy on interest, all those things. So therefore, it is very much required that the MSME has to be encouraged first. Because large industries also are required. But the MSME sector is that sector which is providing maximum employment. Employment both white collar and also blue collar. White collar in the sense in the ministerial work and blue collar in the physical work where productions are required in these things. Then coming to skill development has been given a special attention by the India government. A skill development ministry has been created for it. Lot of funds are being allocated to skill development. And the skill development ministry is there, they are giving training and all, but still industry feels that they are not getting skilled workers and skilled this one. I think this is also a matter of concern, and definitely the government has to review its own policy of skill development. And I definitely forward this opinion of the industry in Telangana that as far as Telangana is concerned, the Telangana state has got very good advantage. Firstly, the weather. You have very beautiful weather here, even in summer or rain, what it may be. You have no earthquakes here, no humidity atmosphere like the coastal Andhra Pradesh, where the software industries, computer industries, base industries, they may not have, then they may not be conducive for those industries. But here you have got. And you have got connectivity in Hyderabad. And this connectivity in Hyderabad, I think making Hyderabad only place where development is taking place, not other place. So therefore, the development of Tier 2 cities and Tier 3 cities is very much important. And Tier 2 cities and Tier 3 cities has to be developed. Otherwise, as you said, inclusive growth. When we say inclusive growth, you see that it is up to the communities, the people, the society, and also the industry across the state. There should be a balance of development. Only Bombay develops and Nanded in Maharashtra becomes backward. Only Hyderabad develops, Hyderabad is backward. This is not the real development. So development is also inclusive, it should be uniform development. Therefore, the migration to the cities will come down. Hyderabad, though we feel that a good place to live in and all, the everyday migration is there. You must also remember there is a reverse migration also there again now. Earlier migration was there, migration stopped for some time, the reverse migration. Why this is happening from our own state, I am not talking about the other state. Why this is happening? Because in villages and other districts and all, when agriculture sector is almost being neglected or they are not in a profitable mode, people are turning towards the urban areas for employment and for businesses. I have seen many people migrating to Hyderabad, selling their lands in their places and coming here, and in new rich class is getting developed in rural areas, and we are seeing that this migration to the urban areas is only concentrated in Hyderabad, including political leaders. All of our office bearers, we say that MLAs, MPs, they say in Hyderabad, they go to conference, they only do elections. So therefore, this type of concentration on single place is not good. Definitely, government tried to say. I spoke on this in the council when I was MLC. Now we are going to get regional ring road, Triple R. Day before yesterday, I was with the Honorable Railway Minister. He was telling that this railway, this 100, whatever this regional ring road, whatever be distance, they are now coming up with this regional railway ring road. Within the ring road, they are taking 30 meters away from them. The government has to, the government of Telangana will give us the land, and that the circular railway throughout the ring road, and from there they will have the stations towards Adilabad, towards Mahabubnagar, towards Vijayawada and all these things. And in between they will have dry ports. 3 or 4 dry ports where the cargoes will come, where the development will be there. This is all basically thinking of the government, and soon it will be reality. But again, we have to see that again the the weight will fall only on Hyderabad. We have to see that this migration should be there outside Hyderabad also. So therefore, the tier 2 cities have to be developed. And I think Telangana has got many potential cities like Warangal, Karimnagar, and also Mahabubnagar. I think I have seen some industries there, MSN and all, they are coming up there, the pharmacy industry. There is and as far as central government is concerned, the policies which have been well laid down with regard to the MSMEs, yes, there are certain lacunas, but we have given a lot of thrust to MSMEs because it is creating a lot of employment. And as I said, youth should not go after government employment. Youth can't get government employment at all. Either they should try for private jobs when they are according to them. Otherwise, they should be involved in this entrepreneurship where they can create employment. Don't be a job seeker, you be a job giver. That should be our aim. And that is what NDA government of Modi thinks. Modi ji always stressed it. It is better you become job giver than job seeker. Let us not be a job. So therefore, MSME is one area where a lot of opportunity is open for the youth who are entrepreneurs. There are startups. There are so many startup industries in ITs. Now, artificial intelligence is one area where a lot of industries are coming up. Then you have semiconductor, all these things now which are in growth coming up. And then these are the things which which has to be put just. But now coming to my part, because you have invited me to be as a bridge between the central government, I said, Bharati Undala Mirandi, yes, we are definitely when our state. See, when it comes to elections and other things, it is our political rivalry. But when it comes to development of a state or a country, we are all one, we don't think politics. And we introduce certain scheme, it is for everyone. So, for becoming Vikasit Bharat, Bharat cannot be Vikasit unless until there is Vikasit Telangana. Every state has to develop. Every state has to develop, then India will develop. And when India will develop, soon we are going to be one of the richest country in the world, because today we are the 4th place. We are 4th largest growing economy in the world. We have even surpassed even Japan, not France, after America, China and Japan and Russia, Japan, we are now 4th place. Once upon a time we were a begging board country. Today we are in a situation to give grant aids to many countries. We have given free of cost the vaccines, corona vaccine, 3 times, including the booster dose, to over 140 crores of population. Not only to our country, but we are given free of cost vaccination to nearly 56 countries. That is how we are developing. India is no more accepted. We are not dependent on PL 480. We are giving to many other countries. We have got more than $680 billion of foreign reserve. When NDA came to power, there was nothing. Today we have got. Earlier we used to build only say 6 to 8 kilometers of road highways. But today we are considering building 36 kilometers of highways per day. 36 kilometers. Telangana has been given 12 highways. You go and see that Sangareddy, Petlam, and then greenways, green expressways from Karimnagar to here. We can see many places where you are seeing national highways being developed. And because of that, even the land rates have come up. Because national highways are coming and the lands by that side are increasing. Their land rates are increasing. And there is also useful for industries. We have now industrial zone here. Earlier we used to import all the cell phones. Now we must be proud that Hyderabad is manufacturing cell phones here. We are exporting cell phones from Hyderabad. We have now Tata Boeing Fusage. This is all because of the government of India policies, Make in India. And we have SCJets here. Of course that has to be re-examined, SCJ and other things. So therefore, we have now Hyderabad is a pharmacy capital. Hyderabad is a health capital. That way we all should be, Hyderabad, if you go to the other side, the western side of Hyderabad, sometimes we feel that have we landed in Europe by mistake? Because they just see that how the development has taken place. It's a very fascinating place. Hyderabad is definitely, earlier Bangalore was so. And the competition side, I say that there should be competition between the states, between the industries. And if competition is there, healthy competition is there, then everyone will go. And I hope that the state of Telangana will definitely be one of the richest states in the country. Everyone is hardworking there. Somewhere I saw that Hyderabad is the one place where you have got largest individual with private jets. You go to Begumpet, you will see a lot of chartered flights parked on the tarmac. And some hangars are even full with these chartered flights. Yeah. So therefore, these are the development aspects which we have seen. And lastly, as you said, regarding the uniform, inclusive growth of these things, I definitely feel that that inclusive growth is, for that even state government also should come up. As I said, the regional ring road and highways and all which have been developed, new railway lines have been laid, the state of art railway stations have come up. 30 stations we have built in Telangana. It is a state of art. You go to any place. So if you go to if you travel in Euro rail, and then immediately you travel in Vande Bharat, you will feel the similarity. A lot of development. I don't know what India government has done last time, but one thing you must also remember, that we are developing in Telangana. We are not only developing Telangana students are doing well in America. They have all started their own companies there, IT companies basically. Telangana has become an IT hub. Google, who brings here is not the question. Who allows you to bring, what policy allows you to call them here and get them opportunity here to start their businesses here. That is very important, and that is started by the policies of the government of India. And the India government takes a lot of interest in developing all parts. They have no partiality. When we say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas and Sabka Vishwas, it is for everyone, for every state. We don't, as a government, we don't discriminate which state, which place are in. The potentiality has to be seen. Last but the least, I will just conclude. I always say to these things to students and all, that once upon a time when Indian students used to go abroad, we used to call it brain drain. I studied in India, is going to abroad and working there. Mainly doctors and all, when they used to go to Iran and other places. But today if you see, it is a matter of pride for us that the Indian human resource power, that is HR of India, Indian technocrats, Indian doctors, Indian everyone are in demand throughout the world. If you go to any part of the world today, it is Indians who are dominating there. Anywhere, not only that, I have been to so many countries, even a country like Morocco where Indians are there, a country like Bulgaria where Indians are having their restaurants, their businesses and other things. So therefore India has got that potentiality. Indian technocrats have got that potentiality. We are much smarter than anyone here. So in much, even when this demonetization was done here, and when government of India said that we will go by cashless, then it is not cashless, it is less cash. You should not think it as cashless, it is only less cash. Then people, then the many opposition leaders said that India is not that educated, how can they use UPIs, how can they do this and that. Then people, now friends, today India shares 41% of the world's total UPI transactions. This is what you must understand that. Today if you go to any vegetable vendor, that lady is uneducated but she speaks on phone, and when you ask for the bill she keeps the scanner here before you and you make the payment. And she has a bank account. Earlier bank account was only for privileged people. Today bank account is for every citizen in this country, whether poor or rich, and because of which they are getting direct benefit transfer without any middleman. Earlier Rajiv Gandhi used to say that I am sending 1 rupee and only 14 rupees comes to 14 NP goes to below. But today if Modi sends 1 rupee, your 1 rupee directly goes to the direct benefit transferring by that account, that is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Every man in this country has got a bank account now. So much of transformation has taken place. And even in the industrial area also, I am sure there are some hiccups, there are some lacunas, there are some suggestions which you make, definitely will carry to the government of India. And will definitely, I will definitely be your representative, industrial representative, as far as the government is concerned. Thank you very much.